Sometimes what we call bad behavior is simply a child speaking a language we haven't yet learned to understand. And before we label or before we punish or isolate, there is always a story. And today's story is one of those stories. Welcome to the first 1,000 days of life with Lola. Today's story is about a boy who was labeled violent before he was ever understood. He was just 4 years old. His parents couldn't comprehend why he would want to hurt his little brother. He was alarming, tense, hyperactive, fiercely independent. So they concluded that something was wrong with him. But when I observed him closely, I saw something entirely different. I saw a child desperate for closeness, a child craving for attention, not just excess, just enough. A child longing to be heard, a child longing to be seen. He wasn't asking for more than what his parents were capable of giving. They simply didn't understand how to give it to him. A few weeks before lockdown, I met him and his parents. They had been referred to me after several painful rejections. His father spoke honestly about how other schools had turned him away because of his behavior towards other children. At home, they had begun locking him up, trying to keep him away from his brother and other children as well. Isolation became their solution to a problem they are yet to understand. So when he joined my preschool, something stood out immediately. He wanted to be with me all the time, out of safety, without pressure, with no force. He began to participate in class activities. Slowly, gently, he started to relate with other children. The violence faded, not because he was controlled, but because he was connected. All he needed was presence, consistency, someone willing to see past the behavior and meet the needs beneath it. I wish I had more time with him. I wish I could have followed his journey and see the outcome. At that season in my life, I was learning deeply how to understand children's behavior, how to work with each child according to their unique needs, rather than labeling them by their struggles. But after lockdown, he never came back. Still, I think of him often, not as the violent child he was called, but as a little boy who taught me a lasting lesson that behavior is a language and every child deserves someone who will listen. I never saw him again, but he stayed with me in my heart. He became a reminder that children are not problems to be fixed, but messages to be understood. And that when we choose curiosity over judgment and connection over control, behavior begins to heal. And sometimes The child we couldn't hold long enough end up changing us by teaching us just how powerful it is to be truly seen. If you're a parent who believes children deserve understanding before judgment, please leave a comment because there's more to be shared. Bye for now.